Hi guys, welcome back to my Amazing Kitchen. And if you are new here, kindly join the amazing family by subscribing. Today we are making some banana coconut cake. This cake is so delicious, super moist and very simple to make. If you ask me, this is that cake that everyone needs to have in their repertoire. Let's get started. And as always, all the ingredients will be listed in the description box below. We are going to begin our cake by combining all the dry ingredients. So I have in my bowl my cake flour, some sugar, desiccated coconut, baking powder, baking soda, and some nutmeg. And I'm going to mix everything together until well combined and set it aside. I'm now going to begin on my wet ingredients, and I do that by first mashing my bananas. And you need ripe bananas for this, so don't use the bananas with the green spots on them. The ones that you don't want to eat are actually the best bananas to use for this recipe. When my bananas are well mashed, I'm going to add my sour cream. And in this recipe, it works best if all the ingredients are at room temperature, and for anything you are baking for that matter. Next, we are going to add in our eggs one at a time. I know my eggs are really fresh, that's why I'm cracking it directly into my mixture, but if you are not sure, you may want to crack it in a separate bowl first before you add it to your mixture. Next, we are going to add in our vanilla extract and our wet mixture will be ready. I'll then go ahead and transfer the mixture into a cup. In a mixing bowl, I'm going to add my dry ingredients and then my butter. The butter should be soft but not melted. If you melt it, your cake is going to turn out greasy, and we don't want no greasy mess. Next, we are going to mix on low until all the butter is incorporated and looking something like this. At this stage, we are going to add our wet mixture. And when all the wet mixture is in there, we are going to mix on high for 1 minute. Mixing it like this on high for a minute will give us a very beautiful texture and the perfect crumb. But don't go beyond 1 minute, if not you are going to overdevelop gluten in your cake. I'm using my stand mixer because it is convenient, but you can obviously use your hand mixer or even a bowl and a wooden spoon. You may have to put in more work, but your cake is still going to come out beautiful and delicious. Our cake batter is looking so gorgeous, and so I'm going to transfer it into a prepared baking pan. Now you want to do this so your cake doesn't stick to the bottom of your pan, because Charlie, if this thing happens to you, it's so painful. Hey, you will be crying when nobody has beaten you. Let me know in the comment section if it has happened to you before. Before you pop the cake in the oven, just wet a spoon and use the back of it to smoothen the surface of your cake. And we are going to bake it in 170 degrees Celsius preheated oven for about 50 to 60 minutes. Mine baked for exactly 55 minutes. Now if you can't tell your cake is cooked, you just insert a skewer in it or a toothpick or a knife, and when it comes out clean with no raw butter, you know that your cake is done. What you definitely don't want to be doing is to keep opening the door of your oven to check if it's cooked. When you do that, your cake is going to collapse. Our cake is beautifully baked, looking very delicious and tempting, but we have to allow it to cool down. So I'm going to transfer it onto my cooling rack and allow it to cool completely before I slice into it. If you attempt to slice into your cake whilst it's still very hot, it's going to fall apart on you. On it the one the coffee kinata things fall apart, do na de say. Just look at how beautiful and gorgeous the cake is. It cuts so beautifully. Look at the texture, look at the crumb. If you are lucky for it to last up to 3 days, this cake is still going to be moist. I guarantee you on that. So remember that cooking should be fun and exciting always. So try to cook each meal with love and see it radiate through the hearts of your family. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you in my next video. Bye.